Fellow gamers, your only friend is YouTube Puertorock77.
Okay.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out.
One chance
I see the
left.
conversation about Xbox,
Okay.
Xbox handheld. Listen.
Okay.
Let
Okay.
$1,000. Listen,
Okay.
$1,000 for something that you can't play.
Bro, what did you complain about, man? You really that upset that it's sold out even at $1,000, bro? I don't know if this man got his Yankees hat too tight around his headband, but you need to shut up because nobody cares, bro. You told everybody in this community that you go on a PC and you still out here console warring, bro. Like you 50 years old. Grow up, man. Nobody cares, bruh. And now we out here talking about the PlayStation 5 Super Saiyan Slim. Like what's wrong with these dudes, man?
Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out, worthless. So let's move on.
Now, who cares? The last time I checked, I'm not saying more games the merrier. We get all that. But it's a third-party game. An Xbox handheld that plays Xbox games, right? Would you go as far to bash a PlayStation Portal because of a third party? That's how you know these people care so much about third party that they can't even mention their own games, bro. Oh, the Xbox Portable's trash because you can't play one game of Grand Theft Auto. Who cares, bro? What about all the other countless games that Microsoft's endorsing through the Xbox handheld? Oh yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that they don't play Xbox games, but yet every single Xbox game that Microsoft has offered is an Xbox Play Anywhere title. Bro, listen, I'm very surprised how you people still continue to listen to these fools in this community.
Talk about something that's actually important. Let's talk about something that people actually buy, and that's PlayStation, right? Of course, you also have Nintendo, but in a space of high-end console gaming, PlayStation, okay? So Sony officially launched
That's a nice move.
model of the PS5 in Europe, and there's already screenshots of it. So now it's on that little shiny thing. It's a matte finish and stuff like that. They went back down to 825 gigabytes of SSD instead of 1 terabyte. It's clear Sony's trying to cut costs to keep the price as low as possible. Here's the thing.
Well, hold on. What do you mean? Like I said, man, you're charging me the same amount of money for a PlayStation 5, and then you have the audacity to take out more storage capacity, and you out here trying to flip this as if this is some good news. Like, what?
This is what they should do. They need to work on the PS5 Super Slim. They need to work on the PS5 Super Slim. Okay, let's talk about that first, and then I'm going to talk about why I think that
everybody behind.
First off, with the Super
Wrong
Slim,
way.
keep it basic.
You almost had
You
it.
need to do plays for customizations, cut all that out. Matte finish, no shiny stuff.
What happened?
Buttons, right?
Ah,
You don't even
you
need
let
to do
everybody
this drop or
behind.
whatever. You could just make it
Wrong way.
Mods really
You
small.
almost had it.
Simple design, nothing sexy. It only serves one purpose: to keep the price low as possible.
Bro, who cares? You know the funny thing is, PlayStation fanboys can care two craps if Sony loses money on their hardware. As long as it says 80, 90, 100 million hardware sales, that's what's important to these fools. Didn't Sony tell you that hardware is not the main source of their money? Yeah, hardware based off the subscriptions and the games and the DLCs that people are buying. And the funny thing is, I find it quite ironic how he was condescending in regards to that post when it was PS4 and PS5. You know, 2 generations put together. Oh, this is the most successful play. Like, you people are losers, bro. Successful to who? Because to the company or to the real gamers? Because at the end of the day, waiting 6 to 7 years for a video game, in my opinion, is crazy. I don't care what any of you people say. I know that they got more games than they've had before, but you understand that there's a lot of indie shovelware, bro. I've seen it. Okay? You go on PlayStation, you got jumping fries, jumping skies, jumping guys. I mean, I'm like, what? Jumping burger, jumping taco mumbo. I'm like, what? These are all the thousands of games that you people are talking about? Because these games are trash.
So that way you could go back into the, how would you say, it needs to go back, right? The console needs to go back into the region where
Maximum power!
which is the $300
Moving
price.
up.
That should be their goal.
Nice.
How can we get this console
Nice
down
try.
to the $300 range?
No misses.
And I see
Beautiful.
Super Slim, right?
No
Could
problem.
be digital, all digital.
Not that hard.
Very boring design, simple,
Okay.
right? Straight down the
Oops.
components,
One
simple design,
chance
matte
left.
finish, nothing sexy. You're not gonna get plates. You're not gonna get, custom consoles or any of that weird stuff. The most simplest design. It only serves one purpose only: to get the price down as low as possible. Because for the majority of the consumers, that's all they're gonna really care about. You release a super slim for like $350. 300, it's gonna shoot up, right?
Okay.
So this is what you have. You have the Super Slim, right?
Okay.
Then you have the PS5 Slim, which is the one where you can get digital.
Okay.
But if you have the option to slap in, the disc drive, and then you get the PS5 Pro, which is digital, but you have the options.
Bruh, what is the point of this, man? All I want is my gigabyte space back. What do you complain, bro? Ain't nobody complaining about this. People are complaining about paying the same amount of money and having less storage capacity. That's what people are complaining about. All this stuff you're talking about, they need to get the price. How low do you want it? Because those days is no longer here, bro. Get out of the PlayStation 3 era, bro. PlayStation needed to do that because they were failing as a console. Matter of fact, PlayStation 3, as much as I love the console, is the significance of PlayStation at its worst. They lost so much money off that platform with the free online. At that point, like I said, in regards to a console, the 361. If we go based off your logic, the Xbox 361, because it made money with the subscriptions, which who cares? It made money with the hardware, which who cares? And it made money off the games, which I do care about. So so that's what I'm saying. The Wii did well. The Wii also did well, in regards to what it is. But the PlayStation 3 did the worst out of the big three. Y'all got to give me the 360. That's why y'all talk about it so significantly and so highly. Oh, it's the greatest console. To be honest, it's the console that kind of put a thorn in Sony.
The disc drive. That's it. Those are your three models. The Super Slim for the people that just really want the cheapest PlayStation console possible. They don't care how it really looks. They don't care if it really doesn't really look sexy. They don't care if you don't get customization blades. None of that.
What's the point in this?
Just simplicity as possible. Small, Super Slim, $300, $350. Boom. It will sell. All that good stuff, right? PS5 Slim for those that do want that option.
Well, so what do you want? You want a PlayStation Series? What? Huh? Well, what are we doing? You want? Hold on. What? Didn't you say stuff like that is holding back gaming though? So what do you want? You want a PlayStation equivalent of an Xbox Series S? What are you talking about, bruh? This is so stupid. The same guy that talking about how the Xbox Series S is holding back next generation gaming is the same dude advocating for a lower end PlayStation. There's a reason why you don't work for Sony, dude, and you're just a consumer. So do what you do best, which is consume. How you going to sit there and tell these multi-billion and multi-trillion-dollar companies how to run their own company when you barely even have this type of money in your own household? Not saying as if that's important. I'm just saying there's a reason why you're not in the same line of business as them. And I don't care. Oh, I run this organization. It doesn't matter. Okay, because you have King Thrash. I run this. Bro, what you do is completely different than what's going on with gaming. Okay? It's not the same thing. And on top of that, you don't have $1 trillion to your name. So shut up. I'm sick and tired of all these fake wannabe gamers because they run a flower shop or with their girlfriend and they want to sit there and act like, this is how gaming is. This is how you attract consumers. This is how you... Bro, y'all don't know nothing about the gaming industry. Because if you did, you would see these changes that are happening before your very own eyes. You guys want to reject that and still keep focusing on the 80s and the 90s and the console between the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Like, bruh, shut up.
If they choose to get a disc drive, also customize
Moving
games,
up.
if they want to do stuff like that.
Nice.
Then, of course, Pro, if you want the
Nice
best
drive.
for this generation.
No
That's
missing.
what they should
Beautiful.
focus on. Now, why do I think they should focus
problem.
on that? Well, it's clear
Not that
there is no
hard.
competition.
Okay.
Nintendo just rolled out this Switch 2, so that
One
thing's going to be
chance
around for
left.
good 70 years. Why is it?
Okay.
25 plus 8 years,
Good.
33. So they're not going to
Okay.
roll out the Switch 2
Okay.
until 2030.
Okay. Good.
Xbox, no one gives a damn about that hardware. Just like Mikey Barr said, the console.
There's still enough people that buy it. Regardless if they don't buy it in the same lines of PlayStation, doesn't mean that there's not a market for it. 28, 30, whatever, how much million, that's still a market. You're acting as if it's at 2 million sales. That's still a market that Microsoft could continue to make money off. Just because something doesn't sell as good as Play, like this doesn't make sense. So just because a piece of hardware doesn't sell better than the other piece of hardware, that means that the other one is obsolete? Huh? There's still a market for it. No different than all these overpriced Apple products. There's a market for it. They're making money. They're making money. Oh, they shouldn't buy because this was more affordable and all that. They should get the droids. Don't worry about the iPhone. And well, there's a market for it. People are paying $1,000 for these products, so why not? Like, this is stupid. You see what I'm saying? So just because one market is doing better than the other in regards to whatever console award thing they got going on in their head doesn't mean that Microsoft or whoever is not making money in what they're doing. See, this is how I know you people are stupid. You don't know the market like you think.
Is dead. Ain't nobody give a shit about no Xbox Magnus. It's the same fanboys that cap from this trash ass brand for the last 2 generations. There's not enough people to really care about Xbox in general. Xbox Magnus gonna flop. No one cares. There's
one chance left.
No one cares about an Xbox. The people that are talking most about is the PC gamers, but they already got a PC. So it's not like they're gonna buy it. They're just talking. It's just talk. No one cares about Xbox Magnus. Trash ass hardware. It ain't gonna sell. No one cares. Whatever.
Bro, relax, bro. Do you see how this? Bro, nobody want to hear about. Nobody want to hear about Magnus. Shut up. Some dude out here sounding like a character from. Let's hear just go, bro. Just hear without the audio.
Care about Xbox in general. Xbox Magnus gonna flop. No one cares. This whole oh my god has Steam. No one cares. No one cares about an Xbox from Steam. The people that are talking the most about it is the PC gamers, but they already got a PC with Steam. So it's not like they're gonna buy it. They're just talking. It's just talk. No one cares about Xbox Magnus. Trash ass hardware. Ain't gonna sell. No one cares. Whatever. Okay. So
breathe, dog. Breathe, dog. Breathe, dog. You don't sound like you a dude from the winning team out here stressing. Breathe, dog. You said you was on some prescription medications. Breathe, dog. Breathe, man. Breathe for once, man. Because all I heard was... Dude out here sounding like that cat commercial. Meow, 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 meow. Like, bro, be quiet.
Oh, in this environment, who does Sony have to compete with in order to try to push out hardware? Powerful hardware? Nobody. Right? If anything, after this state of play, with the excitement of Soros, Wolverine, and then, of course, Grand Theft Auto, right? Corey Barlow,
which is also on Xbox.
New projects, things like that. People want more games. That's what the energy is. People want to enjoy their play.
We want so many games that you only mentioned 2 games that Sony's offering. Wow.
Power!
PlayStation 5, people want to enjoy the PS5 Pro. Just release more and more games. All of better ray tracing. There's other stuff that's not really on people's minds. Maybe the few hardcore gamers, but that population is so small. In fact, I would say that if the PlayStation 6 was to launch in 2027, a lot of people wouldn't buy it. Because they're enjoying the PS5 Pro. Kind of like how a lot of people still on the PS4. It took them a while to finally jump onto the PS5. I think that will be even worse. I think more people just stay on the PS5 and PS5 Pro and just sit on the PS6 for a long while. So for that, don't launch something that the community is not ready to have or really asking for. What the community is asking for is, hey, get more games, release more first party, get more third party titles,
and we're barely getting that. What do you don't understand? We're barely getting any. Bro, if it wasn't for Insomniac, you people would have nothing. Y'all been having cross-generation games this whole generation. Now that you finally got some exclusives, right? I mean, Black Myth, Wukong, I told you guys these games was coming. I told y'all dummies, man. And y'all sat there and argued with me. Oh, they ain't coming. I told you they were coming. I told you.
On big blockbuster games and get the price down. That's it. More games, price down. More games, price down. You see the games, Soros and Wolverine is coming.
The games is not what's bringing people to the PlayStation. Well, the game, I should say. Grand Theft Auto 6 is what's going to bring people to the PlayStation 5. Then them paying for the online is what's going to get them to the PS5. Nobody's going to the PS5 for Soros. Nobody's going to the PS5 for Wolverine. I'm telling you, man, they're going for them third parties.
through. Intergalactic is coming through, right? So a lot of great games is coming through. One of the biggest games of the gen, Grand Theft Auto 6, which is going to run best on Pro, of course, is coming.
You don't know that. That's wishful thinking. You don't know that. You don't know that. Remember Mr. Most powerful console? What happened to Metal Gear Solid Delta? What happened to that? What happened to that other game y'all just had coming out that runs better on the Series X? This nonsense that you people keep talking, man, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talk about.
Coming through, the titles
Looking
are coming
good.
through, right? But they need to get the price down. The best way to get the price down, the PS5 Super Slim.
Moving
Get
up.
that PS5 Super Slim.
Nice.
Get it out there, get the price
Nice
down,
try.
get that thing at 300, 350.
No misses.
and
Beautiful.
the game's happy. That's really
No
what the
problem.
gamers want. More
Not
games,
bad.
cheaper price. No one's really asking
Okay.
for PlayStation 6.
Good.
Give that
One
to the
chance
and I will
left.
say this: if you let it go for a
Okay.
little while, if you
Good.
delayed this,
Okay.
until the new generation, which
Okay.
you can't even say
Okay.
it's anymore. But
Good.
2030,
Okay.
perfect. 2030 is
Okay.
sweet spot to launch a
Okay.
new console, right? Because that
Okay.
gives us another 5 years to
That's
enjoy the
a
PlayStation
last
5.
record.
It's going to be
That's
great.
a
And I
nice
would say
move.
in 5 more
That's
years,
sweet.
now, you'll have the
3,
community
2,
really
1,
be
go!
ready for the next generation.
Watch out.
I think 5 more years,
Wing breaks.
we'll let this generation cook.
What a
They'll be ready in
move.
2030 to adopt
What are
the
you
console.
thinking?
And
What a
because you waited
show.
longer,
Love
technology gets
What
better,
happened?
more technology's out there. I
You
think
left
we'll release a more
everybody
powerful,
behind.
proper console, stuff like that.
Wrong
Now,
way.
the world might be a little
You
bit different.
almost
And
had
that
it.
is, the 2028 election.
Alright, bro. I'm tired of this man yapping, bro. That's all this dude does is yappity yap, don't talk back.